Good morning, students. Welcome to online class. This is Sheila, your computer science teacher. We are learning chapter 12, arrays and structures. Yes, what is an array? Array is nothing but a homogeneous collection of data item. What is meant by homo? Homo means same. Yes, same data item collection. Yes, in that we saw what is single dimensional array and what is two dimensional array, isn't it? And now let us proceed with structures. So what is a structure? If array is going to be homogeneous collection of data item, structure is going to be heterogeneous collection of data item. What is meant by the term heterogeneous? It allows different data types together in a single unit. Yes, what is the purpose of structures? So why do we get into structures? See, if many variables are going to be of same data type, then we can go for arrays, isn't it? Array concept. Whereas if the data types are going to be different, what will happen? This array is not going to support. So in case if we are going to use int, character and float of different data types, they are right. So if I'm going to use like that, what will happen is when I'm storing the data, they'll be stored in different locations. So when I'm fetching the data, it consumes time. To reduce that, what happens is we are getting into a concept called structures. Yes. So what happens is it stores every elements in one memory. Yes, in one memory adjacent to each other. How do you define and declare a structure? Here, for a structure you must always have a keyword called struct, struct. Yes, structure name and the type of variables that you are going to use and reference name. Reference name is an optional field. Yes. So have a look at this example, how it is actually. It always begins with a struct and this is a structure name, and here you can see different data types together. Yes, what you have, long, int and float, they are of different data types, right? And how do we call these variables as? We will call this as members. We will call this as members or fields of struct. Yes, members or fields of struct. So how the memory is allocated? See, it is adjacent to each other, isn't it? Roll number was the first one, age was the second one, weight was the third one. So what happens according to your weightage of your integer, float, double, what happens? The space will be allocated. Yes. And here you can see struct student Balu. Yes, struct student Balu. What does it do? It creates a student structure for Balu. In case if it is given like the struct student Frank, it creates a structure for student Frank. Yes. See, have a look here. We declared struct student Balu separately without declaring it in the structure by itself. Yes, we declared that separately. And if I wanted to declare that within the structure itself, you have to declare like this only, Balu, Frank. What does it do? It creates a structure for Balu separately and it creates a structure for Frank separately. And it's an optional field and it's a reference name, right? So what happens? You can give the reference name directly like this, or you can even create it like this. Student, struct student, structure name followed by the the reference name. Now, how do we reference these structure elements? See, this Balu and Frank can be called as an object. Yes, they can be called as what? They can be called as object. How can they be called as? They can be called as object. Yes. So, how can we access those elements? Like this. Yes. Like what? Balu dot roll number, Balu dot age, Balu dot weight. And if it is for Frank, what happens? Frank dot roll number, Frank dot age, Frank dot weight. This is how we have to access the data. Yes. So what is an anonymous structure? Structure without a name. Struct name we will give, right? Structure name. If the structure name is not found, it is termed as what? Anonymous structure. And data can be referenced with what? A reference name called student. Student dot age, student dot roll number, student dot weight. How do we initialize structure elements? like this. Balu dot roll number is equal to, you can give a roll number. Balu dot age is equal to 18. Balu dot weight. This is how you have to assign the values also. Or you can even give like this. Values can be assigned directly by assigning the values like this. Balu is equal to 70. I mean the roll number, age, and the weight. Yes, you can give them together also. Structure assignment. See, structures can be assigned directly instead of assigning the values of elements individually. Yes, you can assign them directly also. If Mahesh and Praveen are the same age and same height and same weight, then the values of Mahesh and Praveen can be, Mahesh data can be copied to Praveen. Yes, see, student name, age, height and weight, and the reference name or the object is going to be Mahesh. The age of Mahesh is 17 and the height and the weight of him is going to be 164 and 52.5. Yes, and the same value can be assigned to Mahesh also. How can you do it? If Mahesh is equal to 17, 16.4, 52.5, Praveen is equal to Mahesh. What does it mean? It means the values of Mahesh will be copied to Praveen also. It doesn't mean all the entire data will be moved. It is only copied. Now have a look at this program. See, structure is used for what? Heterogeneous collection of data item, different data items together. Yes, what is the object? It is going to refer to Mahesh, isn't it? How can you access the data of age, height and weight? Through dot symbol, isn't it? So your execution always starts from main. And what are we doing here? Anything that is being given in the double quotes will be printed as it is. Mahesh dot age. Mahesh dot age is going to be obtained from the user. Say for example, age is going to be 15. Mahesh dot height. Let his height be 150 centimeters. Yes. And what about his height? What about his weight? Let it be 73.5 or something. So the values entered and the height, weight are, what happens? Mahesh dot age, Mahesh dot height, Mahesh dot weight will be printed as it is. See children, here we have declared the variables separately, and these variables can be used for Mahesh. And if I am going to declare something comma Balu or comma Rohit or comma someone else, what happens? Even using their variables we can access the data. Is that clear? Yes children, did you understand the concept? What is a structure? Structure is nothing but heterogeneous collection of data items. See, in your array concept, the difference between array and structure is going to be this. Array is going to be homogeneous collection and structure is going to be heterogeneous collection. What is the difference? Same data items is going to be accessed and processed in array. Whereas in your structures, it is not like that. Different data items is going to be processed and accessed. Yes. And how do you access them? Using a reference variable. And if I am not going to give a structure name, what it is termed as? It is termed as anonymous structure. And even the anonymous structure can be accessed using the reference variables. Yes children, this lesson is over with this, and we shall proceed with the rest in our next class. Thank you.